reliably informed, I think one of these big boys is Helvellyn in the Lake District. I think probably that one. Just finished my half marathon in Morecambe. So I'll show you how the weekend went. Let's get into it. Good morning everyone. It's an early start for me today. It's about 7:30 on Saturday morning and I'm about to drive up north west of the country to my dad's. Haven't been there in a while, just for the bank holiday. But before I jump into today's video, I just want to do two quick side notes, or one quick side note at least. First one being, I just want to say a big thank you. Since my last video, I have surpassed 50 subscribers, like 55 at the time of doing this video. To some people, that's a very small insignificant number, but for myself, it's quite a big milestone. So yeah, just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has subscribed and following along so far. Yeah, really appreciate it. And the second side note is, if you watched my last video, you may remember at the end I alluded to the fact my next video was going to be on the London Marathon. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Now, I wasn't running it, but I was spectating it, and I had planned to do a video around Shona and I's experience spectating the London Marathon and also telling the stories of a few good friends of ours. Unfortunately, after a really good day of watching the marathon, you know, it was a really spectacular day. Really surpassed my expectations. Unfortunately, there's no video because I lost my camera, which I had pretty much, or most of the footage from the day. I left it on the tube going home. I was a little bit inebriated at the time, but yeah, it was just such a silly thing to do. Just a real lapse concentration, and absolutely, when I say I was gutted, like I was proper gutted. The dust has settled now and I'm just thinking about when I'm going to try and get a new camera. For now, I'll just be using my phone. But yeah, it's a very first world problem, but yeah, just still hard. And it's not losing the camera and having to pay more money for a camera that annoys me, it's just losing the footage. I think I don't really want this channel to be only about me and only about my running, because I think I'll get bored of that, if I'm honest. And one of the things I like about kind of the running world or other running sort of YouTube channels is telling stories of other people's running kind of journeys and their kind of ways and avenues into running and what the types of running they enjoy. So I hope to do a bit of that in the future, but you'll have to wait a little bit for now. You're stuck watching me. Yeah, there's no point crying over spilt milk, even if that milk does cost about 350 quid. But yeah, that's enough of the side notes. Let's get on with this journey. Oh, P stop number 1. What a bloody day it is. Hummus and gherkin. Second P stop, got the bladder of an 80-year-old man. This is very nice. So yeah, so the half marathon that I'm doing is Morecambe half, pretty small one, put on by Lancaster Races. I looked at the results from like the last couple of years. There's usually only about 200 people that do it. There's also like a 5k on as well. So it's just a nice wee event. I think it's put on by Lancaster Races. Looking at the results from, like I say, previous years, if I say did my time from what I did in Inverness, I would come like 5th or so. So who knows, might sneak a podium if I have a great day. Yesterday, me and my dad went to the Everton Ipswich game. For those that don't know, I am an Everton fan for my sins. Everton are moving grounds next season, so that was the last game I'll ever go to at Goodison Park. Fittingly, Everton gave up a 2-0 lead against Ipswich. So yeah, I think that's just sums up probably my time supporting Everton. The reason I decided to do another half marathon at this time was my mate convinced me to sign up for another marathon in September, and so I won't really get the chance to do another half marathon before that, probably, because it'll be through the summer. and there won't be many on, and there won't be many that I want to do. So just thought this would be the last opportunity. I'm gonna take it seriously. I'm gonna try and do my best, but at the same time, I'm not I'm not overly concerned about what happens. I think you've got to, I couldn't really show up at something like this and not give them it all. But also, if it doesn't go to plan, then I'm not really arsed. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. The main thing is I've just picked a nice day, doing another nice event, trying to have a bit of fun. And I think it's important to try and achieve your goals, but have a bit of fun along the way, really. Speaking of goals, for today, so like I say, in Inverness I did 78.09. First goal, I'd love to dip into 77. Don't care really whether it's high, low or middle. A PB would be nice, anywhere between 78 and 78.09. And then even if I just ran sub 80, to be honest, still a decent run for me, really good run. So yeah, anything like that I'd be quite happy. And again, as I mentioned, I've not got my camera, my small camera, doing this all on my phone. I've tried running with a phone earlier in the week and I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can get used to it. I think I'll be running too fast to try and whip it out and try and record with it. So we'll see how much footage I get. Hopefully there's a photographer, or I might have to get creative with what I show. Right, I'll try and keep this relatively brief. That went very well. Came second. Managed to get 77.03, not confirmed yet, but that was the time they shouted out when I passed the finishing line. So yeah, really chuffed. Started out, it was just me and one guy at the beginning, and he ended up beating me by about a minute. Could always kind of see him, but I never really closed the gap. But you had the wind with you for the first couple mile, so it was all just about keeping it under wraps, trying not to go too fast, and then back into the wind when you turned. Just kept trying to focus on my form, focused on lifting my feet really fast off the ground, and just tried to stay relaxed when the wind was against me. Despite it being really, small event, probably only about 150 people doing it in the end. It was actually really nicely supported. Some people giving you some nice compliments along the way, so it was really well organised by everyone there. Once I'd been up the hill and then coming into the second turn, that was probably the closest I got to the guy that won it. I think he went around in just under 76, like 75 something. And I thought, oh, maybe I could catch him, but to be fair to the guy, he just put on the afterburners and I never saw him again after that second turn. So yeah, who knows, maybe could have dipped under 77 if I'd really wanted it, but yeah, very, very happy with that. Got a lovely tea and biscuits afterwards. I've not actually opened what I won yet, but maybe I'll do that maybe later. Yeah, so as I mentioned, the whole point in doing this was to give me an idea of where I might, or what I might aim for that marathon in September. I'll have to have a proper think about what doing 77.5 means, but for the marathon. But yeah, hopefully I can maybe get just low 240s, mid 240s, if on a very good day. Oh, but yeah, gonna drive home now, get some food, and enjoy the rest of the bank holiday weekend. So oh, I couldn't make it back to my dad's. I'm starving. One other thing as well I was thinking of, I was on my own for like pretty much all of that, so really happy with just how I kind of kept my pace. I was listening to that Inside Running, the Australian guys, their podcast, and they were talking about, having the confidence to kind of back yourself and just run at your pace. And I think because I knew it was a small half marathon, I expected to be on by myself, but and previously I think that might have put me off and really kind of scared me. But after listening to that, it was just like, yeah, just back yourself. So yeah, that was really, and obviously managing to do it as well, that just kind of, yeah, makes you feel good. I was kind of humming and ahhing about doing it in the first place just because it was such a small half marathon, and I think that's just a bit of my ego really. You sometimes think these small ones are going to be a bit rubbish, but nah, it was good, and it definitely teaches you, I think, different aspects of running. You're not always going to be running in massive groups to kind of pull you along, so yeah, whether it goes good or bad, I suppose you learn something from each race. Pick this up as well. I've seen this advertised like so many places, but I've just not seen it in any shops. So when I seen it there, I was like, oh, need to give it a go. It looks nice, the packaging. Good. Rate it. I'm about 2.5 hours from home now. Quite a lot of food content from me this video. Maybe that's me branching out, diversifying. I'm walking okay, but back of my left knee is quite sore, so I think next week there'll be a lot more cycling than running. I'll show you what I won yesterday. So about 30 quid's worth of vouchers for Lancaster races, the people that did the event, so better than a poke in the eye. I was hoping I might get a voucher for like a shop or something, but I guess I'll just have to come back. But yeah, not got loads more to say really. If you've made it this far, once again, thank you very much, really appreciate it. You know what's coming next. If you have enjoyed today, yeah, give me a like, give me a subscribe, comment, and yeah, I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Take care, guys.